Yo, what's up, guys?
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. On that Pittsburgh sideline, a look there at the Steelers head coach. His guys running through the first half of their slate, 8-0 as they come into this one. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. And if he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
On play action, now Herbert. Over the middle, that's the tight end Conklin. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. Headed left, buying time. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb.
Damn, covering you over.
Fighting, what a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
Good job.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard
Ball
line.
on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Once again, it's Chubb. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss,
In trouble.
Let's get
And
him.
he goes.
the best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchback. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
That's out wide to Warren.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 4. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Warren, first down and more. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Steeler first down. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. At the Chargers.
Rodgers. To the outside. He's got Smith. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First and 10. Now Rodgers. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Rodgers. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, man he was looking for there. And third down coming up.
This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that throwing lane, get a deflection, and he's able to force the incomplete.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle.
He's got his big tight end, Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Steelers. That his second TD catch of the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 33, here's second and 4. On play action now, Herbert. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Yeah, Cam.
The All-Pro Cameron Hayward. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. Allen in motion. Throwing is Herbert on third down. That's taken in, and he's going to be out of bounds. Well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for fourth down. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready for their second possession. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. 45. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
16 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second
So,
and
from 37, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Warren. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Steelers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun now for Herbert. They go right back to Allen. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's Chubb. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Herbert. This one caught at the 4.
These are the worst. I had a couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
To throw is Rodgers. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Third and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
But it brings up fourth down.
Wow. Is that a safety? How was this?
Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that is the last thing you want to do, Greg. When you have the ball on offense in your hands and the other team gets points, it is 2 with a safety there.
And it's really a rare play in the NFL, Mike. We just don't see it very often. So anytime a defense gets to run off the field celebrating, getting an easy 2 points, they'll take it.
Automatic first down.
Now jump. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And take a look at the early projections for the MVP award. Most people say his numbers now are good enough to at least be on the short list to take home the hardware. If you look at the stats, it's hard to disagree.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Rodgers here on second down. He'll find his big target, Pat And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
First down, Steelers.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
It's crazy.
Rodgers to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Deion Henley there on the tackle. Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. Loose inside the 30. And they will finally run him down. The Steelers can use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Gainwell. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. Throwing, Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 17 touchdowns now on the year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 17, Chargers 2. Chris Boswell.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll do so with first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Coming free is Conklin. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. On first down, Herbert. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. It's Week 10, Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, by the way. We salute all the brave men and women who keep our country safe. This one's for you. Here we go with the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is ARSB Amon-Ra St. Brown. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's Kyron Williams. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The Rams move to 7-2 as they get the win here. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Seahawks get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. A final look there at the rest of the scores from Week 10 with Cincinnati, Dallas, Kansas City, and Tennessee all on their bye. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Rodgers on first down. That taken in by Connor Hayward. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play fake. It's Rodgers. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Rodgers now. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Second and goal at the Chargers' 1-yard line.
Rodgers going up top again. That is caught by the tight end. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown Steelers.
Touchdown Pittsburgh.
His 4th TD grab of the season. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this third-quarter lead.
Chargers 2. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Chargers, first down.
The RPO, that one is complete. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now give to Chubb, running right. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
15 more yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Junior on the tackle.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That's a short one, taken in by Connor. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And 7.
Throwing, Herbert. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So now, fourth down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First down, Steelers.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
On third and 1, here's Rodgers. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. To the right side here, pass is caught. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there? They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's in! Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Boswell now for the extra point.
I thought
He
they'd
gets it to
hard
go,
time, but
and the Steelers tack on one more to their lead.
31. Chargers 5. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. And he'll be taken down on the return on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
good job, Jonnu.
Run!
Disley is the man in motion.
You got motion man right there.
Here's a run by Chubb as we start the fourth quarter. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
They run a toss to Chubb. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was taken down.
Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Motion man is Johnston. Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, L.A.
It's a gain of 14.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical.
He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Herbert. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Cameron Hayward getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This pass caught, right side, it's Allen. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. That, not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Black 80.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Let's go. Oh, this fucking pick.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's taken down just shy of midfield.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Once again, it's Warren. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
And it brings up third down.
On third down, they go with Warren. A gain of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Third and a long way to go. They run with Warren. And it'll be brought down. It's a gain of 7. Good work by the defense on third and long. Setting up fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Be ready, be ready.
Go. Conklin goes in motion. To throw is Herbert. Back to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Today ranking season ranked me.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
380. Hey, kill. Check. Motion.
On third and long, it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
Herbert now on first down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Complete to Tyler Conklin.
On second down, Chubb. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from SoFi.